सर्वदा आंकिकं भुवनं यस्य वाचिकं सर्ववाङ्मयम् आहार्यं चन्द्रतारादि तं नमः सात्विकं शिवं गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुस्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ.
Excellent. Thank you, Salokya. Can you see the change in the slide?
Yes, sir.
It is changing, right? It is changing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So today, as we have started this new thing, one of the kids will be the moderator of the class. They will introduce the class and they will sum up the class. Today is Narayani. Narayani will introduce today's class and speakers and the topic, and she will summarize in the end. Similarly, I would request many of you who are interested to separately ping me, WhatsApp me, so I can allot you the days or weeks. Over to you, Narayani.
Yes, sir. Hari Om, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Welcome to the class. Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Padyantam Vande Guru Paramparam. My salutations to all Gurus. In today's class, we will be learning and continuing from Shloka 9.7 to 9.10. 9. Rajaguhya Rajavidya Yoga. In this shlokas, Bhagwan continues the description of Ishvara Swarupam, the nature of the God. Salokya will be chanting verse 51 to 60 of chapter 18th. Rama ma'am will teach us to chant shloka 9.7 to 9.10. which will be explained by Padma, verse 9.7, Vishwesh, verse 9.8, Raghav, verse 9.9, and Sahana, verse 9.10. We will start the class by the chanting of the 18th chapter by Salokya.
Thank you, Narayani. I will just prayers for Gurus. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Salokya today will be chanting the 10 verses from 18th chapter. Over to you, Salokya.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Salokya, and today I am going to chant verses till 51 to 60. Buddhya Visuddhya Yuktaha Dhrityanam Niyam Cha Shabdin Vishayam Styaktva Ragadveshau Vyadascha Vivekta Sevi Lagvasi Yatvakya Manasaha Dyona Yoga Paro Nityam Vairagyam Samupashitaha Ahankaram Balam Darpam Kamam Krodam Parigraham Vimuchya Nirmaha Santaha Brahma Bhuya Kalpate Brahma Bhuta Prasannatam Na Sochati Na Kanskati Sama Sarveshu Bhuteshu Madbhaktim Labate Param Bhaktyamam Abhijanti Yavanyascha Tattvataha Tato Mam Tattvato Jnatava Vishate Tadnantaram Sarva Karmanya Apisada Kurvano Madhya Prasadat avapnoti shashvatam padma चेतः सर्वकर्माणि मयि संन्यस्य मत्परः बुद्धियोगम् उपृषित्य मच्चित् सततं भव मच्चित् सर्वदुर्गाणि मत्प्रसादात् तरिष्यसि अत चेत् त्वम् अहङ्कारं न सर्योऽसि विनाकसि यद् अहङ्कारम् आश्रित्य नायोत्सि इति मान्यसे मिथ्याशा विव्यास्यस्ते प्रकृतिस्त्वं नियोक्ष्यति स्वभावजेन कुन्तेय निबद्धः सवेन कर्मण कर्तुं नेच्छसि यन्मोहात् कर्ष्यासि अवसोऽपि तत् ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु
Alokya, it is 18 more verses, no? So we
No,
stop.
sir, you told only till 60.
Yeah, so we will stop here because that thing we have to chant only when the class is 60. All the verses are over in the chapter.
Okay, sir.
So thank you very much, Alokya. Good, excellent. And I think the next time is Pragnya for the next 10 verses, and then last Vishnu. Vishnu is having the last 8 verses, isn't it, Vishnu?
Yes, sir.
And you will chant this Om Tat Sat Iti also.
Yes, sir.
So today we have Pragnya. Is she there, Pragnya? I think she is not logged in yet. Okay, if she is not logged in, we'll come back to Pragnya afterwards. Divyanshi, you are ready with your presentation?
Yes, sir.
So you can share the presentation. I'm stopping it.
Sir, can you see it?
Yes, go ahead.
Namaste. Good evening to everyone. I am Devyanshi. So today I'm going to present Rama, the 7th avatar of Vishnu. The 7th avatar of Vishnu, Sri Rama, killed Ravana, the wicked demon king of the golden city Lanka. Sri Rama was a Kshatriya prince of the Ishvaku dynasty. His wife was goddess Sita. His whole life is highlighted in the epics of Valmiki Ramayana and Tulsidas Ramchitra Manasa. The Ramayana. The Ramayana is an ancient script which follows Rama's quest to rescue his beloved wife Sita from the clutches of Ravana with the help of an army of monkeys and Hanumana. Rama was the prince of Ayodhya. He was married to the beautiful prince named Sita, but he was exiled with her and his brother Lakshmana for 14 years because one of his stepmother had a bad dream, and then he saw that his son is not going to be the he's not going to proceed, or he's not going to take over the throne. So he said Rama and Sita to go to exile for 14 years. In the forest, Sita was abducted by Ravana, and Rama gathered an army of monkeys and bears to search for her. The allies attacked Lanka, killed Ravana, and rescued Sita. In order to prove her chastity, Sita entered fire, but was vindicated by the gods and restored to her husband. After the couples returned to Ayodhya, Rama's righteous rule, Ram Raj, inaugurated a golden age for all mankind. Who are all the main characters of the Ramayana? First, Rama. He is the hero of the Ramayana epic, and he is also the incarnation of the god Vishnu. Sita is Rama's wife and the daughter of King Janaka of Mithila. Lakshmana is Rama's younger brother. Ravana is the king of Lanka and has 10 heads and 20 arms. Dasharatha was the king of Ayodhya and he was the father of Rama. Kaushalya was Rama's mother and Dasharatha's wife. Kaikai is Dasharatha's wife and Rama's stepmother. Hanuman was the wise and resourceful monkey who helped Rama in his quest to defeat Ravana and rescue Sita. Sugriva was the ruler of the monkey kingdom. What what are the main importance of Rama or Ramayana in our Indian culture? The epics, a poetic stature, and a marvelous story means that the story of Rama has been constantly retold by some of the Indians' greatest writers, both in Sanskrit and in the regional languages. It is one of the staples of various dramatic traditions in court drama, dance drama, and in shadow puppet theatres. In northern India, the annual Ram Leela or Ram play is performed at the autumn festival or Dasara to celebrate Rama and Sita, the eventual triumph of light over darkness. Dhanyavad, Hari Om.
Thank you very much. Thank you for that beautiful presentation. And we'll go back to our. Is Pragna available now? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Pragna, can you see this slide now?
It just says Jagannath Puri temple.
Yes. So I will start your slide. I'll move ahead. This is your slide. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. 1 minute. Namaste, everyone. Today, Sachin an opportunity to speak about one of the important Char Dhams, the Puri and Lord Jagannath. I am truly obliged by it, and I hope you all enjoy it. The Jagannatha Puri Temple. The Jagannath Temple is an important Hindu temple dedicated to Jagannath, a form of Vishnu. It is located in the state of Odisha on the eastern coast of India. This temple was built from the 10th century onwards. The construction was begun by Anantavarman Chodaganga, the first king of the Eastern Ganga dynasty. The temple was completed during the Gajapati dynasty. The Puri temple is famous for the Rath Yatra or the chariot festival. 3 principal deities are pulled on the huge and elaborately decorated temple cars. The idol of Jagannath is made up of wood, which is replaced every 12 years by an external replica. It is a very important temple for Vaishnava traditions. Saints like Tyagaraja and Ramanujacharya were closely associated with it. The deities. The 3 divine deities worshipped at the Jagannatha Puri temple are Jagannath, Balabhadra, also known as Balarama, and Subhadra. Statues of these gods are carved from the sacred neem logs known as Daru. The clothing and jewels the deities are dressed with different clothing and jewels according to the season. It is also believed to be a tribal deity. It was previously worshipped as Neela Madhava, an image of Narayana made up of blue stone. It was brought to Nilagiri, Blue Mountain, and installed in the company of Balarama and Subhadra. 3 deities are claimed to be the symbols of Samyak Darshan, Samyak Jnana, and Samyak Charita. So next slide. The components and structure of the temple. The huge temple complex covers an area of over 400,000 square feet and is surrounded by a high fortified wall known as Meghananda Pacheri. The temple has 4 distinct sectional structures, namely Garbhagriha, Sanctum Sanctorum, on the Ratnavedi, the throne of pearls, and Mukhashala, the frontal porch. Nata Mandapa, also known as the Jagamohan, it was the audience or dancing hall, and the Bhoga Mandapa was the offerings hall where they served the prasadam. These are one of the things that beautify the temple. The deities are what increase the their enchantment. We should all pray earnestly to Lord Jagannath, Lord Balarama, and Devi Subhadra to attain their godly and spiritual blessings. I hope you all liked and will appreciate the presentation. That's all for this one. Have a good rest of the evening. Dhanyavadam and Hari Om.
Dhanyavad, Dhanyavad. Nicely you explained the story of Jagannath Puri. And it is also known that 12 years after they make the entire Murti from the wood, and it is a sacred wood. You cannot just take any wood and make the 3 Murtis. And the Rath also is very huge and done all by no mechanical thing. It's all by hand. And there are craftsmen who are doing from centuries. They have not broken the tradition. That's the importance of such a beautiful.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, in the story of Jagannath,
Hmm.
there was like this builder who came to like build these statues
Yes.
of Vishnu and his brother and sister. When they got like agitated that like he was not like making sound for a few days, but they open it and check why do they find like Jagannath, Balabhadra and Subhadra?
You tell us. I also don't know.
Sir, I am also not sure. I think probably it's because it's like some tribal god.
Sir,
Sir,
actually,
I also
what
wanted to
happened
add
was-
one more fact I couldn't include in the presentation.
Yes.
Actually, in the Jagannath, especially in the Jagannath's wooden statue, Krishna's heart is placed inside it. I don't know the time period, but I think occasionally they have to put blindfolds on the priests have to put blindfolds, and they have to use special gloves to take out there's a Krishna's heart inside it. It is. If you see it or if you touch it, your hands will burn and your eyesight, you'll go blind if you touch it. That's why with all the extreme caution, they take it out and replace it with another one.
Yes, they need to like wear gloves to touch it.
Good. That is
Excuse
also
me,
one.
sir.
Yes.
Sir, may I tell that why you get blind?
Who is this?
Sir, Raghav.
Raghav, please tell.
Yes, sir. So I wanted to tell that the someone who sees Krishna as goes blind because there's a lot of energy from the Krishna's heart. So that's why due to that energy and from that Abha Chakra, that's why they got blind. They get blind.
Okay. So whenever sudden energy is seen, as we see huge sunlight, suddenly we will get blind for some time. Same way, such a powerful heart, if someone sees, they would get blind. That's why that is a precaution.
Sir,
Anyway,
one fact about all the 3 statues are that they don't have any hands. Like when Vishwamitra was creating it, that time he said that no one to disturb. So as Swastik told that like he didn't have any sound for many days. So then they pushed the door and saw whether he's alive or not. So then he got angry and cursed that why did you open the door? I said not to open the door. I will come by myself when the statues are done. So now I can't do it anymore. So this statue will be without the hands.
oh, that we did not know. Good.
He was creating the hands at last.
Okay, let's move to the class. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So we know that the Krishna in 9th chapter is like a magician because he's playing a magic here. He's explaining that secret thing. What is the secret of Bhagavad Gita? All that was explained in the last chapter, and that's why last class. And the reason why this chapter is called Rajya Guhya Rajya Vidya will be unfolded in the forthcoming verses. Now, I would like to introduce to you as 9th chapter, chapter 4. Please mute. Someone is. Yeah. So in the 9th chapter, the first 3 verses are telling about the importance of Bhagavad Gita. The secret part of Bhagavad Gita, the nature of Bhagwan, and so many things. But what is introduced from the 4th verse to 10th verse is about Brahman, the original consciousness. And Brahman as such is not seen, heard, felt, touched, or smelt. It is having 2 natures which we see. One is through the Maya Shakti and another is Ishvara Swarupa. These 2 things is what we see. The real Swarupa of Bhagwan alone is actually very, very difficult unless we go within us. Rather than seeing from these physical organs, we have to see Bhagwan through our mental organs. So this is a little difficult, but remember, everything other like Jagat is Mithya. The entire world is Mithya, means unreal. Only Satya or real thing is Brahman. This is what is going to be explained from the 4th to 10th verse. In today's class, we will see how it unfolds. One good example of knowing Brahman is we see this ocean with lot of waves. Now, we can say that ocean and waves are same. Can we say that?
Yes, sir.
No. Yes.
Yes. Why yes? Because it is made up of the same substance, water. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Are you getting me, all of you? So only the forms are changing. Water is there in entire ocean, but you can see that waves differently form. Similarly, the Maya Shakti will show its different rupas, and then the entire Jagat will form. We will come to the verses and then we will explain in details. Nayana in the last class, she explained about the 4th verse, in which we saw the ever expanding Swarupa. God is saying, I am there in everything. Whatever you see, feel, taste, touch, I am there everywhere. Like an example of space. But he is formless. He is everywhere, but he is formless. He is the only support or adhara for this entire world. Vishnu explained this verse. He said that even though I'm adhara, but I'm not affected by anything. And Anjana, she explained about how the wind also, example of one more thing, wind. It is there in the space. It is not affected by anything happening around it. So wind can carry different colors, different smell, but it will not get affected. And God is also not quantifiable or objectifiable. God is everywhere in all the things around, and also most importantly within you children. Padma will explain today's verse. We'll start with Padma today's class. If Madam is there, she will help in chanting.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Madam, you are there.
Good
Thank you.
evening, sir.
Good evening. Padma and Madam, they will chant, and then last we will chant together. Okay?
Hari Om. Let me chant the verse first, and then I will, Padma can join me later. Sarva Bhutani Kaunteya Prakrutim Yanti Mamikam Kalpakshaye Punastani Kalpado Visrujamyaham. Padma, can you repeat, please? Are you ready, ma?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Sarva Bhutani. Bha is Mahapran there. So you have to stress and pronounce. Sarva Bhutani.
Sarva Bhutani
Kaunteya.
Kaunteya
Prakrutim Yanti.
Prakritim Yanti
Mamikam.
Mami
Kalpakshaye punastani.
Kalpakshaya punastani.
Kalpakshaye punastani.
Kalpakshaye punastani.
Kalpado visrujamyaham.
Kalpadau vishrajamyaham.
Visrujamyaham.
Visrujamyaham.
Okay, is only one Mahaprana is there, that is Sarva Bhutani. Now let
Yes.
me teach one full line, or you can repeat.
Yes, Mama.
Okay, you try.
Sarvabhutani kaunteya prakritim yanti mamikam.
Hari Om.
Yes, ma'am.
Then the second line you can repeat. You can try for yourself. It's a very easy one.
Okay, ma'am. Kaye punastani kalpadau vishrujamyaham.
It is Visrujamyaham. Yes or you. Not there is no dot on top of yes, isn't it? So it is Visrujamyaham.
Visrujamyaham.
Very good. Okay. Now we can all chant together. Start.
Okay.
Sarvabhutani kaunteya prakrutim yanti mamikam
Mamikam
kalpakshaye punastani
kalpakshaye
kalpadau visrujamyaham See this kalpadau, you have got that bar on top of a, that is a longer vowels. Wherever you have got the bar on top, you have to run long vowels. Kalpadau. Whereas DAU, there you don't have that, or even prakrutim. So is short vowel. Sarva bhutani. Sarva is wherever you see a, it is short vowel. Bhutani. Bhu, U is also, U is also long vowel, A is also long vowel. And kalpakshaye, ksha, that is SH, that is yes. There's a dot below yes, that means it is sha. If it is just yes, that is sa. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. We will move to the explanation.
Kaunteya, O Arjuna, Kalpakshaye, at the end of each cycle, Sarva Bhutani, all beings, Yanti, resolve, Mamikam Prakritim, into my Prakriti, Punaha, again, Kalpadav, at the beginning of the next cycle, Aham Vishrujami, I create, Tani, them. So previously, Sri Krishna compared wind in space to the multitude of beings in the Ishvara. Here, he asserts that all those beings go to Ishvara at the end of a kalpa or age. They then come back into existence when the kalpa starts all over again. So here, Sri Krishna, through the medium of Prakriti, begins the process of dissolution. Just like when we go to sleep when we are exhausted, all our actions for the day, when the time is right for the next set of action to begin manifesting, Prakriti wakes up and wakes up everyone and begins the process of creation. Dhanyavad.
Excellent. Very nicely, Padma, you have explained us. And Kalpa, this was explained by Sashank. Is it there today? How many yugas becomes one Kalpa?
Is
How
a
many-
calendar, uncle.
Yeah. Can you just explain a little bit? What was the Kalpa you explained? Remember Chatur Yugas?
Yes, uncle.
Yeah.
Uncle, 1 minute.
So we cannot say that suddenly the Prakriti had come and suddenly it will go. No one knows what time it was started and when it is going to end. It is a cyclic phenomenon. So Shashank, if you're okay, you can explain. Otherwise, be quiet. Because he had done so well. I remember he had explained everything in details. How many years, one yuga, if I'm not mistaken, 4 and some lakh first yuga, in one yuga, Chatur yuga. Satyuga is.
Uncle. Yes, uncle. Uncle, each kalpa has 14 manvantras, uncle, and each manvantara will have 71 chaturyugas, uncle, and those chaturyugas, Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, and Kali Yuga.
Fantastic. And we are in, I think, 47th, isn't it?
Yes, uncle.
If I'm not wrong. So 70, so many more yugas are remaining, isn't it? Raghav, want to say something?
Yes, sir. I wanted to say that we are going in the 7th mantra right now.
7th mantra. Okay. So now let me explain what Brahman, what do you mean by Brahman? What do you mean by Maya Shakti? By this example of a spider. Let us, I hope you can see this video. Just, can you see?
But there's something bouncing the line at the other end. Another Darwin spider is trying to take advantage of her hard work.
No, sir, it
You
just
can only see the spider example, not the video.
Oh.
She must deal with the intruder
Okay.
head on.
I'll just.
we can hear, but we can't see.
No, wait a minute. I'll show you.
The cut line is an inconvenience, but no more than that.
I will share. Wait a minute. Again, I will share.
With hooks on the tips of each leg, she gathers in.
Can you see now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we can see it now.
How the
As
spider
she'll
is.
eat it later. When it's all reeled in, she sprays again. Out streams another 25-meter bridging line.
Sir, what spider is this, sir?
That is not important. Spider is important. You see the whole thing.
How a spider no bigger than a thumbnail can produce so much silk so quickly has baffled scientists. And it's no ordinary silk. It's the toughest natural fiber on the planet, tougher than steel. And it needs to be tough to span the wide river.
Okay.
With the bridge taut and the ground anchor in place, it's time to construct her trap. These spiders can build the world's largest orb webs, up to 2 meters wide. A few hours from the first stroke, the job is done.
And then the spider will also. I hope you can see now.
Here's Charlotte.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
The screen is clear.
Yeah. I'm moving to the next video. Can you see that?
Now,
Yes. Yes.
she closes the bottom left of the web first because her hidey hole is in the top right corner. The process resembles closing a series of zippers. Pardon us while we open the door to give you a clearer picture. Before Charlotte cleans up her kitchen for the day, she disposes of the leftovers. If footballs were teensy, she'd make a great place kicker. On this particular day,
So the idea
instead of
was
closing the zippers one by
to
one,
give an idea of.
she asked what Tarzan.
Did you get two things from this, children? I'll share the screen of our class today again. Can you see the class? Where were we? 9.8, right? Here. Okay. Are you able to see now the change? So what the spider example tell us is like the Brahman, from within him only, he will make the entire Jagat. He will make the entire web. And after the time period of the use of the web is over, the Brahman takes it back or resolves, the entire Jagat resolves within him. So this is the best example one can tell about how Brahman starts this Maya and the Jagat and again resolves, entire things resolves within him. Did you get this example correct? I hope so.
Sir, it's like
Yes, sir.
Sir, it's like when a spider weaves a bit, but then it takes it back again.
Exactly. So same way, Vishnu, Brahman, the original God, or there is not, he is the real thing. Entire so many universe, so many galaxies, all are taken back by him. Now we will come that to the next, after a few verses, we'll get that also. So we go to the next verse, Vishwesh, you will chant after Madam explains it, okay?
Okay.
प्रकृतामवष्टभ्य विसृजामि पुनः पुनः भूतग्राममिमं कृत्स्नम् अवशं प्रकृतेर्वशात्.
Sir, I can't see the slides.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't see the slides?
Yes, sir.
It's in the spider example slides.
How do I share the slides? Okay, point. Now can you see?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes.
it's also?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Prakrutim swam avashtabhya. Bhya is Mahapran.
Tell now, ma'am.
Yeah. Prakrutim swam avashtabhya.
Prakritim swamavastabhya
Visrujami punah punaha.
Visrujami punah punaha
Bhutagramamimam krutsnam.
Bhutagramamimam kritsnam
Avasham prakrutirvashat.
Avasam prakritirvasat
Avasham prakrutirvashat.
Avasham prakritirvasat.
Exactly. Here, the krutsnam avasham, it is combined as one word. You can split it, krutsnam and then avasham. Okay.
We will all chant.
We'll all chant. Okay. Prakrutim swamavashtabhya.
Prakrutim swamavastabhya.
Visrujami punah punaha.
Vishrujami punah punah.
Bhutagramamimam krutsnam.
Bhutagramamimam kritsnam.
Avasham prakrutirvashat.
Avasham prakritirvashat.
Okay, Vishnu.
Avastabhya, sorting to Swam Prakritim, my Prakriti, Vishrujami, I create, Punav Punaha, again and again. Imam Kritsnam Bhutag Bhutagramam. This entire multitude of beings, Avasam, which is helpless, Vasat Prakrite, being under the control of Prakriti. The meaning of this verse is, resorting to my Prakriti, I create again and again this entire multitude of beings, which is helpless, being under the control of Prakriti. Thank you.
So again, the same thing he creates again and again. And not just small, the entire multitude of beings like the Kalpas. So many Chaturyugas, so many Manvantras, entirely again and again. So that's why he is the Lord. Now we know the time in the form of linear fashion. Morning, evening, or time in the form of going from one place to another. But the Brahma's time, Brahman means not Brahmaji, Brahman's time is cyclical. So in a cycle, you cannot point one place which is the starting and one place which is the end, right? So the time concept itself is included in the...
Sir, a cycle is just like a wheel. You will not be able to tell from which part did they start it and which part did they end it.
Exactly.
You just keep on going. It will not stop.
Exactly. So you can see the diagram here from the net. It's a very representative of the entire cosmos. How God has made it from, it's a cyclical thing. One place it starts.
That is like if it's a cycle, it will never start, it will never end.
Exactly. It will never start. It's because some things will grow, some things will stop growing, and something will end. That's why we know Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh.
Sir, it is like it will not be created, it will not be destroyed.
Excellent. Nothing can be created, nothing can be destroyed in the entire cyclical process. Like if you see this
Sir, if you
diagram.
destroy even one piece, the whole part will collapse.
Yeah. So somewhere it will destroy and somewhere it will grow. Like this, we see our entire galaxy. And small galaxies are there in the entire.
Sir, they're forming every second.
Yes. And that is what is called cosmic. God is making trillion new galaxies every time. Trillion. Okay. So
Sir, is it a circle if it is this percent and the 100% will be destroyed? Is it like that?
100% if a circle is there.
If a circle is total power, if a circle is like this, means the circle is 100%, then if somebody destroyed, if I cut a circle little bit, will the full circle be cut?
No, you're talking about this complete universe or a circle which you're talking a wheel of a cycle.
Sir, about the wheel or cycle like that.
Oh, if you can cut that cycle, but the universal circle cannot be cut.
Sir, if we cut a cycle, then the whole cycle will fall. It is like glass. If you break one piece, the whole thing shatters.
Okay. The concept of this is that at given time, there are so many universe and galaxies and cosmos there existing. And we are only a tiny part of it. And we have times, like we have a time limit for 100 years of age. But for Brahman, there is no time limit because time is within him. The space is within him. So he is the Adhara of everything. Now you experience this type of Brahman, what Brahman does within you every day. And that is your dream. In the dream, you make your own dreams and the dream world, right? Just like Brahman makes everything through him. And then when you wake up, all the dream is resolved in you. Till the next night, when you go back, again one new dream will come. Same way, Brahman also, for him, this is like a play of his magic, where he makes different universes and galaxies every time. With this, we go to the 9th verse by Raghav. Ma'am, you can chant and then Raghav will chant with you. What happened, ma'am? Is Rama madam left? Madam is there, right? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Raghav is ready.
Yes, madam. I think he's.
Okay. न च मां तानि कर्माणि निबध्नन्ति धनञ्जय उदासीनवदासीनम् असक्तं तेषु कर्मसु न च मां तानि कर्माणि. Raghav, can you repeat?
Madam is coming in 1 minute.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I came just now.
Okay.
न च मां
Nachamam.
तानि कर्माणि तानि कर्माणि
Tani
कर्माणि
karmani
निबध्नन्ति
nibadhanti
धनञ्जय
dhananjaya
उदासीनवदासीनम्
udasinam vadasinam
असक्तं तेषु कर्मसु.
asaktam teshu karmasu.
Let us all chant together. न च मां तानि कर्माणि
न च मां तानि कर्माणि
निबध्नन्ति धनञ्जय
निबध्नन्ति धनञ्जय.
Dhananjaya. Dha is Mahapranda. Nibadhanti Dhananjaya.
निबध्नन्ति धनञ्जय
Udasinavadasinam.
उदासीनं वदासीनं
Asaktam teshu karmasu.
असक्तं तेषु कर्मसु.
One second, sir. This Raghav, second line, he said, can you repeat that Udasina part, please, Raghav?
Yes, ma'am. Udasina vadasinam asaktam teshu karmasu.
Okay, very good.
Very good. Madam, Raghav's name is Varshney. Krishna's.
Oh, sorry, sir. Okay.
No, Krishna's clan, Varshney.
Oh, yeah, I know. Okay.
Go ahead, Raghav.
Oh, Arjuna, however, those actions do not bind me. Who am I unevolved in those actions and who remain like an indifferent person? So, I like to explain this verse. So, in chapter 9, Lord Krishna tells us a super secret. And from this secret, we will get mukti.
Some disturbance is there.
When everything destroys and at the end of the example of notice from ocean the water vapor rises. There is nothing, no work of the ocean, but it's all the material thing is with like God. The God doesn't do anything in the material process, but everything goes on. Thank you, sir, Sachin sir, for giving me this opportunity for presenting this verse.
Excellent, Raghav. Excellent, as always. You also explained the entire summary of 9th chapter. Now, let me explain in my way. Let me explain with this example of what is this, kids? What are this?
Sir, kidney beans.
Okay. So it is seeds. basically seeds. Okay. Now every seed potentially can
So
grow
this
into
is a seed.
yeah. Every seed potentially will grow into a plant, isn't it?
Sir, some seeds will go to its final stage is a tree or some is a plant.
Correct. So once the seeds get the correct nature, environment, water, sunlight, it will grow into a plant. And what happens with the plant? It will bear fruits, flowers and fruits. And finally, it will give the same seeds. So
Sir, it's like a cycle.
exactly. So same Bhagwan's Maya Prakriti is a cycle.
And
Okay.
sir, the cycle which comes first, I never understand. Yes, sir. Hen or egg, which comes first, I never understand.
We did not understand. That's what Bhagwan is trying to say. Understand Bhagwan. Don't understand his Maya. Because Maya is made to make you confuse. This entire world and we in the world is always going to be confused. Try to understand that Bhagwan has made you and me just like every gold bangle is made up of gold. So the Bhagwan is somewhere within you. Try to search is within you, not in temples or not in outside. Okay. Now coming to the last verse of today, Sahana. Sahana is there today?
Yes, of course.
Very good.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt you in between, sir. I'm in someone's house for dinner. So they're calling me. So
Okay, okay. No problem. You can quietly leave. No problem. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Good.
Thank you, sir.
Sahana, and you will chant behind after ma'am. Okay. And then lastly, we all will chant.
मयाध्यक्षेण प्रकृतिः सूयते सचराचरम् हेतुनानेन कौन्तेय जगद्विपरिवर्तते मयाध्यक्षेण प्रकृतिः
मयाध्यक्षेण प्रकृतिः
सूयते सचराचरम्
सूयते सचराचरम्
हेतुनानेन कौन्तेय
हेतुनानेन कौन्तेय
जगद्विपरिवर्तते
जगद्विपरिवर्तते.
Good. Now let us all chant, repeat. मयाध्यक्षेण प्रकृतिः
मयाध्यक्षेण
प्रकृतिः
सूयते सचराचरम्
सूयते सचराचरम्
हेतुनानेन कौन्तेय
हेतुनानेय कौन्तेय
जगद्विपरिवर्तते
जगद्विपरिवर्तते.
Yes, Sahana.
This verse explains that God does not directly engage in the work of creating various different life forms. His various energies and souls, which are appointed by him, do this under his dominion. For example, the president of a country does not personally do every single task of the government. He has various departments that work under him, and he has appointed various officials to do this work, but yet the accomplishments and the failures of the government are credited to him. Similarly, the firstborn Brahma and the material energy accomplish the tasks of creation and manifestation of life forms. And since they work under God, he is also referred to as the creator. Hari Om.
Hari Om. Sahana nicely tried to explain with the example of how Prime Minister gives all the works to others and he doesn't get affected what happens to it. He doesn't get credit or discredit. And I would like to point out the word Mudaha. Mudaha means fools. Those who don't understand this higher nature of Lord. I told you there are two nature, one lower and one higher. The Ishvara is higher nature and the Maya Shakti is the lower nature. And those people who don't understand this simple law, in physics, when light is passed through the mirror, indirectly it reflects to the other person, like it's shown here. Okay, the original light, reflective medium mirror, and receiver, the other person. So if you remove the mirror, what will happen? Anyone answer?
It doesn't get deflected.
Correct. If you remove,
If
you
we
say,
remove the mirror, the receiver will also be changed.
correct. So receiver will not get any light. Correct.
Yes,
Same
yes.
example is for God. God is like sun God is the original source of the light. Okay. And we all, the body of us who gets the light is the medium. And through that, what you do in this world is the receiver. So whatever is light we get, we only have to take it positively and do the work in this world. Sun doesn't make any change for Raghav, Sachin, Vinayak, Sahana, no changes. Morning sunlight happens at 6:15, means 6:15 for all of us. And it ends according to the timings.
But sir, in the full world, it doesn't happen in the same time.
Correct, but at least for Indian Standard Time, now tomorrow morning it will start at 6:15, but depends upon who gets up early, he will get sunlight. And what you do in the sunlight, whether someone is doing exercise or someone just goes and sits in the home and watch TV, that is depending upon that person, that medium. And finally, depending upon how do you use your body mind, then it will be the entire world for you will change, right? So just remember this example. And those who don't understand this and they try to pray God in different ways, especially this type of worships, which are very damaging to their body. These types of worships are really bad, which should not be done. And God is saying, these people who don't understand my higher nature, they are mudaha, fools. Okay, with this, I go to Narayani and she will summarize the chapter, today's class, and also chant this mantra. Narayani, over to you.
Yes, sir. We started with the beautiful chanting by Salokya, continued by the splendid story of the seventh avatara of Vishnu, by Divyanshi, as Pragna continues the temple story of Lord Jagannath and Puri, Rama ma'am chanting verse 9.8, 9.6, 7, 9.8, 9.9 and 9.10, while Padma, Vishvesh, Raghav and Sahana explain the verses respectively. Shashank explained the concept of yuga, of many was explained by concept of Maya was explained by the spider and web example. Raghav explained 9.9 and Sahana explained 9.10. Hari Om.
Please chant the last.
Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.
Thank you all for joining. Those who have questions, please stay back.